Hello! Welcome back, everyone, to the Linguasphere Academy Podcast. I'm Alex, and I have a question for you.
And I'm Sam, right here with you. Ooh, I love questions. What's the question, Alex?
Have you ever learned a new word in English, felt really proud of yourself, and then completely forgot it existed 2 days later?
Oh no, way too many times. I remember learning ubiquitous once. Such a great word. Means everywhere, right? I was so excited, and then I never used it. Not once. It just disappeared.
Exactly. You learn it, you write it down, you feel smart, and then it's gone, like it never happened.
And the worst part is, you hear someone else use it later and think, hey, I know that word. Why don't I ever use it?
That's the frustration. Knowing a word and actually using it are two completely different things. And today, we're going to fix that.
Our topic is the best way to use new words in real life. Because, let's be honest, what's the point of learning new words if you never actually say them?
Vocabulary is like a tool. You can have the most beautiful hammer in the world, but if it just sits in your toolbox, it's useless. You have to actually pick it up and use it.
I love that analogy. So today, we're going to talk about why we forget new words, and more importantly, how to make them stick so you can actually use them in conversations.
We'll share practical techniques, funny stories, and a simple system you can start using today. No boring memorization, just real, natural ways to make words yours.
As always, we'll speak clearly and keep it friendly. Lots of laughter, lots of honesty, because we've both struggled with this. Still do.
So get comfortable. Let's start with the big question. Why do we forget new words so quickly?
I think the main reason is that we don't connect them to anything real. We see a word in a list, we memorize the definition, but there's no story, no emotion, no personal connection.
It's like meeting someone at a party, shaking their hand, and then never seeing them again. You're not going to remember their name.
Exactly. Nice to meet you, John. Goodbye forever, John. Who is John? No idea.
So the first secret is make it personal. Connect the word to your own life, your own experiences, your own feelings.
Let's say you learned the word exhausted. Don't just memorize the definition. Think about a time you were really tired. Maybe after a long day of work. Maybe after staying up too late watching a show.
Last night, I was so exhausted, I fell asleep on the couch. Now the word has a memory attached. It's yours.
Another reason we forget is that we learn words in isolation. Just the word alone with no friends.
Words need friends. They need context. They need sentences. They need to be seen in their natural habitat.
Natural habitat. I love that. So instead of learning ubiquitous alone, learn a whole sentence. Smartphones are ubiquitous these days. Everyone has one.
Now you know how to use it. You have a model. You can adapt it. Cafes are ubiquitous in this city. Coffee shops are ubiquitous. You're using the pattern.
Third reason, we don't practice actively. We read the word, maybe write it once, and think that's enough. But that's like going to the gym once and expecting muscles.
If only it worked that way. I did one push-up in 2015. Why am I not strong?
Right. Words need reps. They need to be used multiple times in different ways before they become yours.
So let's talk about how to actually do that, how to make words stick.
First technique, the personal sentence. When you learn a new word, write a sentence about your life using that word.
Not a sentence from a dictionary, not a sentence about someone else, a sentence about you.
Learn determined? Write, I am determined to learn English this year. Learn cozy? Write, my favorite spot is the cozy corner of my living room.
Now it's personal. Now it's yours. You're more likely to remember it because it's connected to your actual life.
Second technique, say it out loud. Don't just write it, say it, multiple times, with feeling.
I talk to myself all the time. My neighbors probably think I'm crazy, but it works.
When you say a word out loud, you engage a different part of your brain. You hear it, you feel it in your mouth, it becomes physical.
Try it right now. If you're alone, say a new word out loud. Exhausted. I am exhausted. Feel how your mouth moves. That's muscle memory.
Third technique, use it within 24 hours. This is so important. If you don't use a new word within a day, it's probably gone.
So when you learn a new word, challenge yourself to use it that same day, in a conversation, in a comment, in a journal, even just talking to yourself.
I learned the word meticulous once, means very careful and detailed, and I forced myself to use it that day. I told my friend I was very meticulous about cleaning my apartment. She looked at me funny, but I used it.
And now you remember it forever.
Fourth technique, keep a vocabulary journal. Not just a list of words, a real journal with sentences, drawings, whatever helps you remember.
I like to draw little pictures next to my words. I'm a terrible artist, but it helps. For exhausted, I drew a stick figure lying on the ground with X's for eyes.
That's perfect. The sillier, the better. Your brain remembers funny things.
Fifth technique, teach someone else. When you teach a word to someone, you remember it so much better.
Find a friend, a family member, a language partner. Say, hey, I learned this cool word today. It means. Explaining it forces your brain to organize the information.
And if you don't have anyone to teach your cat, teach your plant. They're great listeners.
My plant has learned so many English words. It's the most educated plant in the world.
Sixth technique, use it in different contexts. Don't just use the word the same way every time. Experiment.
If you learn delicious, don't just say the food is delicious. Try that smells delicious. That idea sounds delicious? Okay, maybe not that one, but you get the idea.
Delicious idea might be a stretch, but you can try. The more you play with a word, the more comfortable you become.
Seventh technique, review regularly. This is the boring but necessary part. Your brain forgets things on purpose. It's trying to be efficient.
So you have to remind it. Look back at your vocabulary journal once a week. Say the words again. Write new sentences.
The words you use most become permanent. The ones you don't fade away. That's just how it works.
Now let's talk about something important, using new words in conversation. This is the scariest part for many learners.
Oh yes, you know the word, you've practiced it, but when you're talking to someone, you're scared to use it. What if you use it wrong? What if they don't understand?
That fear is real, but here's the thing. Most people are happy you're trying. They're not judging you.
And even if you use it wrong, that's okay. That's how you learn. You'll remember the correction forever.
So when you're in a conversation and you have a chance to use a new word, just go for it. Say it. See what happens.
Start with people you trust, language partners, patient friends, teachers. Practice in a safe space.
And if you're really nervous, you can even say, I learned a new word today. I want to try using it. Is this right? People love helping.
That's a great tip. It turns a scary moment into a learning moment.
Now let's talk about input versus output. This is a big idea.
Input is listening and reading. Output is speaking and writing. You need both.
Some learners only do input. They listen and read all day, but they never practice using the words. Then they wonder why they can't speak.
Other learners only do output. They try to speak without enough input, so they make the same mistakes over and over.
The magic is in the balance. Input gives you new words. Output makes them yours.
So when you learn a new word from listening or reading, that's step 1. Then you need to step 2. Use it, say it, write it, make it yours.
Now let's talk about mistakes, because you will make them. Guaranteed.
Oh, I've made so many. I once used embarrassed when I meant pregnant. Completely different meaning. My friend laughed for an hour.
Oh no, that's amazing. But you'll never make that mistake again, right?
Never. That memory is burned into my brain. So in a way, the mistake was the best teacher.
That's the thing. Mistakes aren't failures. They're unforgettable lessons.
So when you use a new word and get it wrong, celebrate. You just learned it forever.
Now let's bring back Maya. What's Maya's vocabulary journey?
Maya has been learning English for a while. She knows a lot of words, but when she speaks, she uses the same simple words over and over.
She's stuck in the safe zone. She only uses words she's 100% sure about.
She decides to change. She starts a vocabulary journal. Every day, she picks one new word and writes a personal sentence.
Day 1. Meticulous. I am meticulous about organizing my desk. She says it out loud 5 times.
Day 2, she uses meticulous with her language partner. I'm very meticulous when I cook. Her partner understands. She feels brave.
Day 3. She learns overwhelmed. She writes, I feel overwhelmed when I have too much work. She draws a little picture of a tiny person under a mountain of papers.
By the end of the week, she has 7 new words. She reviews them on Sunday. She says them all out loud.
The next week, she does it again and again. After a month, she has 30 new words that are truly hers. She can use them.
She's not perfect. Sometimes she uses them wrong, but she's growing. She's expanding her world.
That's the power of intentional practice, not just collecting words, using them.
Now let's talk about fun ways to practice, because it doesn't have to be boring.
Absolutely. Learning should be fun. If it's boring, you won't stick with it.
One fun way, word of the day challenges. Pick one word and try to use it as many times as possible that day.
Haha, I did this with nevertheless once. I used it in every conversation. The weather is nice. Nevertheless, I brought an umbrella. My friends were like, okay, calm down.
But you remembered nevertheless forever now, right?
I do, so it worked.
Another fun way, story building. Get together with friends and take turns adding sentences to a story. Each person has to use a new word.
Once upon a time, there was a very meticulous king.
Nevertheless, his castle was old. He felt overwhelmed by all the repairs. See, you're learning and laughing.
Another way, social media. Follow English accounts and comment using new words. It's low pressure and you get real feedback.
Or join online forums about topics you love. Use your new words there. Real people, real conversations.
Now, let's talk about technology. There are apps that can help, but don't rely on them too much.
Apps are great for exposure. They give you new words, but they won't make you use them. That's your job.
Use apps to discover words, then use real life to practice them.
Another tip, change your phone settings to English. Suddenly, you're surrounded by English words all day. You'll learn without even trying.
I did this once and accidentally changed something important. I couldn't find my settings for an hour, but I learned a lot of new words.
That's the immersive experience. Trial by fire.
Now, let's talk about how many words to learn. Some people try to learn 50 words a day. That's crazy.
That's like trying to eat 50 sandwiches. You'll just get sick.
Exactly. Your brain can only handle so much. 5 new words a day is plenty. Even 1 or 2 is great.
Quality over quantity. Deep learning over surface learning.
It's better to truly know 5 words than to sort of know 50.
So be realistic. Be patient. This is a marathon, not a sprint.
Now, let's talk about review systems, because you will forget. It's normal. One simple system, the 3-2-1 method.
Ooh, tell us.
When you learn a new word, use it within 3 hours. Use it again within 2 days. Use it again within 1 week.
That's simple. I can remember that. 3, 2, 1.
After that, it's probably in your long-term memory, but keep using it anyway.
Another system, spaced repetition. There are apps that do this for you. They show you words right before you're about to forget them.
Anki is a popular one, but you can also just do it yourself with a notebook. Review your words every few days.
Now let's talk about context clues. This is for when you hear a new word in the wild.
You're listening to a conversation or watching a show, and you hear a word you don't know. What do?
First, don't panic. Just notice it. Try to guess the meaning from the context.
The weather was inclement, so we stayed inside. You might guess inclement means bad or stormy, and you'd be right.
Then later, look it up, confirm your guess, and then, most importantly, use it yourself.
Yesterday, the weather was inclement. I stayed home and watched movies. Now, it's yours.
Now let's talk about the fear of sounding unnatural. Some learners worry that using new words will make them sound strange.
That's a real concern. If you use very formal words in casual conversation, it can sound odd.
Greetings, fellow human. The meteorological conditions are quite inclement today. That sounds like a robot.
Exactly. So pay attention to how native speakers use words. Is it a casual word or a formal word?
When you learn a new word, notice the context. Is it from a news article, a conversation, a movie? That tells you how to use it.
And when in doubt, ask, is this word too formal for everyday conversation? People will appreciate you asking.
Now let's talk about the joy of finding the perfect word.
Oh, this is the best feeling. When you're trying to say very tired, and then suddenly you remember exhausted. Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
That moment is pure satisfaction, and it only happens because you practiced.
So every time you practice, you're building towards those moments when you sound exactly like you want to sound. Now let's talk about how to make all of this a habit.
You know we love habits, small, consistent actions.
Pick one technique from today, just one. Do it every day for a week.
Maybe it's the personal sentence. Every day, write one sentence about your life with a new word.
Maybe it's saying words out loud. Every day, say your new words 5 times.
Maybe it's teaching someone. Every day, teach a new word to your cat.
The cat method, very effective.
One small habit, that's all you need to start.
And after a week, add another. Build slowly.
Now here's your challenge for this week.
Learn one new word every day and use it in a real sentence about your life.
Just one word, not 10. One.
Write it down, say it out loud, use it in a conversation or a comment.
At the end of the week, you'll have 7 new words that are truly yours. That's 365 new words in a year.
Imagine that. 365 new words you can actually use. That's a whole new level of English.
Then share with us in the comments. Tell us one new word you learned this week and the sentence you made.
We read every comment. We'll celebrate your words with you.
Remember, a word you don't use is just a decoration. A word you use is a tool, and tools change things.
So go out there and use your words. Make mistakes. Have fun. Grow.
Thank you for spending this time with us. We're learning new words too, every day.
We'll be back next week with another topic to help you on your journey.
Until then, keep learning, keep using, and keep growing. And hey, before you go, if this episode helped you, please hit that subscribe button. It's free, and it means we can keep making these conversations.
Yes, please. And leave us a comment with one new word you learned this week and a sentence using it. We want to see your progress.
We read every comment. Your words inspire us and other listeners too.
Subscribe, comment, share. It helps more learners find the tools they need.
Thanks again, everyone. Now go use a new word today.
Bye.